New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
Welcome to Girls Behaving Metaphysically. Your hosts are two girls who believe that life is awesome, that laughter heals, and that it's possible to find deep spiritual insights in everyday experience.
Here come the girls. It's more than practical. Here come the girls. Way more than merely factual. If you want to know the secrets of a life, it's free. Listen to Girls Behaving Metaphysically. Listen to Girls Behaving Metaphysically.
Hello, welcome to Girls Behaving Metaphysically. I am Robyn Rice Olmsted.
I'm Dr. Natasha Wilson, and I'm coming to you as always so far from Queensland, Australia.
There you have it. I'm coming to you from Albuquerque, New Mexico. So, It's really hot here and it's cold there.
It is.
Ends of the earth.
It is. It's cold here. And I need to put that within reason, right? As someone who lived in Boston and Maine before moving to Australia, this this in Queensland it's relative. Some people.
Like, what's the temperature?
I think the temperature, well, in my room is 21 degrees Celsius. So outside, I think it's probably more like 15 degrees Celsius.
And so what does that mean in American? We haven't made the switch to the thing everybody else does.
Let me ask the computer. What is 15 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
15 degrees Celsius is 59 degrees Fahrenheit.
59 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, so 60 degrees basically.
Yeah, so chilly, right? But not like Maine winter or
Boston.
Boston.
Not like snowing. Yeah,
definitely not snowing. Definitely not snowing.
Well, it's all relative because we all have air conditioners and heaters and jackets and ways to take care of ourselves. So thank you for that, Spirit. We are blessed and I'm grateful. There you have it. So,
yes,
today we are going to talk about mercy. Mercy. And again, it is Marvin Gaye is in the ethers because we're singing another song, Mercy, Mercy Me. Things ain't what they used to be. So we'll be talking about that. And before we do that, we're going to talk about our week and check in with each other and
with the cards as well.
And with the cards, yeah. I know I was thinking about it. I had a whole other thought, but go ahead. How's your week been?
No. Yeah, I think before we went on air, my week has just been a very real week. I've had the younger brother of my daughter, he comes after my oldest daughter, and then he comes before my youngest daughter in their sibling lineup. He turned 10 last week, and so he stayed here for his birthday night, and then the next day, Saturday, I gave him a birthday party, and I was exhausted. And then I got a call saying that he needed an emergency placement. And so he's been with us for the last 3 nights. And I love him a lot. And I am really tired. So that's been a big chunk of my week, and my daughters have also been tired. And so some little boy got on her nerves 2 days ago at vacation care, and she let him have it. So
we know she can speak her mind.
and she does. Like, I'm like, sweetheart. But she's usually really polite. You know, she asks, like, especially when I'm like, if I have a news segment on and she's around, she's like, Mom, can I give, you know, the orange man? She said, can I give him the rude finger? So she asked, you know, she's like, can I give him the rude finger?
Okay, well, that's good. I mean, at least she knows when to ask. So
Yes.
that's good. So, okay. Yeah, my week's been just normal. It feels like, I don't know, somehow I feel like things are happening and I'm getting things done, but I really don't have much evidence of any of that. So we'll see how it feels next week, if it still feels like that. But it feels good right now. So what can I say? You did make a big promise on the show, though, last week, that you were going to tell us about your new relationship.
Well, okay. I feel like I have met someone that I really like. And it's not official. And I really like her. And she really likes me. And she plays soccer, which I find hot because I think soccer players are like the hottest people, period.
Nice. Yeah, me too. Nice legs.
Ugh, unreal. So, yes, we like each other. We're both middle-aged. She accepted my my middle-age rebellion that I did with my friend a few weeks ago. Did I tell you about one of my middle-age rebellion things I did?
I don't think so.
Okay, so I'll tell this, so now everybody gonna know. Whatever. So me and my friend were both turning 50. You know, for me, my middle-age rebellion is showing up in tattoos and just in things like, you know, people are like really judgy about, but I'm like, screw that. Like, I want to do what I want to do. So that's what I did. And so we saw my doctor, who also does like cosmetic injections and stuff. So, you know, he looked at me, he was like, look, you don't need anything. You look great for your age. But he said, you know, if you wanted to, you could do a Botox lip flip, is what it's called, right? Because my lips are already full. I was like, are you saying that you have a way to make my lips look like Michelle Pfeiffer? He said yes. So my friend got all her stuff done, which is great. She got a lot of stuff. And she's bold and I was proud of her and she looks fabulous. And we both got the lip flip. Okay, so I only got the lip flip. Don't do it. Don't do it. I have to wait at least 4 more weeks before I can whistle again, suck out of straws, pronounce words with the letter P or B. I'm like, and my lips still look the same.
There you go. There you have it. And you have a relationship anyway, so you didn't even need it.
I have a relationship with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Well, her too, but that's a different relationship.
Oh.
I mean, you know, someone interested in you and like who didn't need the lip flip, and now you can't pronounce P's or V's.
It can. It just takes a lot of extra effort, and I truly cannot suck through a whistle for my dog. It's like stupid, and I did it for myself, right? Like, because I just did it for myself, right? Not for anyone else. Like, honestly, I'm sexy all by myself. That's why I never thought I was gonna have another relationship, because I was like, I can just be sexy by myself to the day I die. I'm all right with that.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Believe me. Well, okay, that's good. That's a good update on like cosmetology stuff. I think that's really important for our listeners to have heard it here. You know, because
Yeah.
sometimes you want to hear it. You want to hear the truth from someone. So that's
So
fantastic.
the truth is, do what you want, your body, your face, right? And we purposely knew we were being rebellious, right? Because like we kind of run in a circle with people who are very, unfortunately, well, we don't run in the circle, right? I don't really run in it anymore, but I did because I didn't have friends when I first moved here. So, you know, now I get to sort of curate my connections. But before that, yeah, we ran in really judgmental circles. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, these people are like my mom and her best friends. You know, my mom and her best friend, they sit out on the porch and like talk about people's houses and like if their house is clean. Girl, you've been in her house? You've been, oh girl, she needs to get a housekeeper, you know, like
Yeah. We've all had those moments, I think, in whatever version they are, but we've all had those moments. Well, last week you talked about wanting to talk about good news on the show. And we didn't talk about really doing it, but I will tell you that yesterday, in honor of you on my other show, Rockin' the Love, Wednesdays at 1:00 Mountain Time, I did a story about, and you probably can fill in the blanks here, but about a guy in Brisbane who was in a motorcycle accident under a car and people lifted the car off of him.
oh,
Did you hear anything about that? Yeah. So he was in a motorcycle. I mean, the car had an accident in front of him. It trapped him under the car. And like they came, two guys ran out from work and they tried to lift the car and they couldn't. And three more guys or people, I'm not sure who they guys or girls, but came out and finally they lifted the car and he was, you know, still conscious, still breathing, punctured lung, broken ribs, thought he was going to die, but he didn't. And they, you know, literally saved his life. And so he's like so grateful. And yesterday I was talking about it, just like how amazing it is when people like step in and just, you know, like really take that moment where you don't even really have time to think, you just act. And, you know, and you know, you make a choice. Like instead of standing there waiting for the ambulance or whatever, but you make a choice like, we're doing this, you know. And I just, those kind of heroics, like when people, you know, jump off of a bridge to save somebody who's down there drowning or all of those things, you know, I just think that's so amazing and incredible acts of love and courage and just doing the right thing, just listening to guidance to do it, you know, because Lord knows there's plenty of times where you're like, I'm not gonna do that. No, you know. And so
and it happened in Queensland, Australia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
where you are.
To me, it really highlights what I think is the best of being human, the best of the human condition. Like this is our inherent goodness, right? Yeah. Those moments, that's just the inherent goodness coming out. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like unfiltered purity of the soul, like just acting in a human way.
Yep. This is a life and this life matters. And we just go into action, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So speaking of going into action, it's time for our card pull of the week, where we just see what the cards have to say and how that can guide our actions, whether it's going forward or whether it's shown up in our week that we've been having. So Natasha's going to shuffle cards, and all y'all out there, just hold your intention, and I'm going to tell her when to stop, and we'll see what the cards have to say to you.
Yes.
So stop.
Okay. Let's stop with, it was nice, even. So let's see what's at. Girl, I'm done with this card deck. Okay, so let me tell you why. Because as I was shuffling at the beginning, the same card I just pulled literally fell out the deck. And then I picked it up and started shuffling again. Because I was like, this card has come up for us before in the past. So I'm just going to shuffle. And when you said stop, I'm just like, I'm pulling from whatever's at the top. Same card.
What is it? I can't read it, but
Master the dance.
oh,
Master the dance. We pulled this card before. It fell out the deck as I was shuffling, picked it up, put it back, kept shuffling. You said stop is at the top. Oh, that rhymes. You said stop is at the top.
don't start rapping.
I know, but at some point I do have to share this song that Lexi made up. It's so funny. It does rhyme.
Okay. Well,
All right.
it's interesting though that we pulled that card. I mean, I don't remember what it's going to tell me, what it's going to say, but it kind of feels like my check-in. You know, like I feel like I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I feel like I'm doing it right, and I'm beginning to, clear things away. And so it seems like, to me, that felt like an affirmation of, you've got this, just keep doing it, master the dance. You can live into it, and at some point I'll know exactly what I'm doing or not, but it'll feel in alignment.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So what does it say?
I'm going to read it. I love this. I love this. I also love this practicing the pose, this particular pose. Ooh, the P's are getting easier. Maybe this shit is wearing off. Okay. Okay. Master the dance. On the surface, it seems the world inside and outside of you is filled with movement, color, form, and noise. But tune in even deeper, and you will perceive the eternal silent stillness behind all appearances and manifestations. Now is a time to not enter fully into the stillness. Now is a time to enter fully into the stillness and to come into a state of complete and single-minded presence. This is what it means to, quote unquote, master the dance. The time is right to gain greater mastery in a discipline, an art, career path, or other area. Or to step into greater self-mastery regarding your entire life experience. Whatever dance you are being called to master, set the clear intention to do so and commit to devotional, dedicated daily practice. Spiritual practices such as meditation, prayer, and spending quiet, solitary time in nature will also support you in attaining new wisdom, expertise, and personal power. You are a full spectrum being. You embody archetypical polarities such as light and dark, lunar and solar, feminine and masculine, and intuitive and rational. When you honor and unite these energies within your being, there will be balance. You will connect with your wholeness, live your power, and feel at home in the world. Choose to harmonize and calibrate the energies within and around you, and then fearlessly face and embrace all that is happening in your mind, body, spirit, relationships, environment, and life. Once you do this, you will activate your full potential and become the captain of your fate. No embodied movement will bring you into harmony with the wisdom of this card, quite like the Naraja pose. This is the favorite pose of the Hindu god Shiva, who is synonymous with both the cosmic dance and the vast, empty, open presence that underlies the entire manifest world. And then they go on to explain how to come into the pose. I definitely do that pose. It is such a strong pose, such a graceful pose and a grounded pose and a beautiful, beautiful pose. Like, I don't do yoga, I tell people that, but I will do these sacred dance poses.
Yeah. Well, I don't really have anything to say to that. I mean, I think it just informs. I think it's what we're doing. You know. I mean, it just feels for me like really finding that space and being able to, acknowledge that that's where you are and listening to the guidance and mastering the dance.
The message about now is the time to come into stillness, for me, that is resonating like on a different level, because for me, like last weekend and even till today is Alexis's 11th birthday. My baby's 11. I met her when she was 3 and she's 11. Okay, she's 11.
That's crazy.
She is the best. Oh my God. She's grumpy a lot lately, but like other than that, and I know what I think the grumpiness is about. I just think she's becoming a teenager, a tween, as she says. Because last weekend I had to be so like outward facing, right? Giving birthday parties in like a restaurant with a bunch of kids and a bunch of people. And then a week full of showing up for a child who absolutely deserved to be shown up for. And if I had the space in my life, in my home, I would, and I didn't have to work, but like I want to work, I would totally take him in. And then this weekend, having to be outward facing again for my daughter and her close friends, because they're having a spa party up at our local nail salon. Again, I really love my community. I just have to say that. Like, I just love my community. When I went to go drop off the deposit for her party, the owner, she grabbed my hands and she said, "No deposit. I know you." And yesterday I was sitting like out on my front little stoop with the person I'm talking to. And I was like, you know what? I realized like this is my community, and the community I literally grew up in the United States was called Lake Forest. That's where I grew up.
Right.
The name of the community I live in right now and have for the last 8 years. Forest Lake. The universe.
Spirit's not really subtle.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. So I'm feeling that pull to be like inward. Like I was invited on a picnic with the person that I like today. And I'm just like, I just don't feel like being outward facing today. I feel like I just want to be in a small, warm, like that's what I feel. I want to wear my new pajamas. Did I show them to you?
No.
Do you want to laugh? Okay, I'm going to make you laugh. It's another spirit thing, right? You know how spirit ain't subtle. So, my beautiful, loving Macy picked these pajamas up because she wanted them for herself, right? They're from Wicked. They're Wicked themed, right? This household, we love Wicked, right? We have a 3D alphabet on our screen door, right? And the Jehovah's Witnesses, I think they're drawn to it. They think I really need saving. So anyways, my Wicked pajamas, they were supposed to be Macy's. They didn't come in a size small enough for Macy's. So I was like, I like Wicked. I need winter pajamas. I'll get them. I'll get them for myself. On a whole different shop, like shopping trip, I was like, yeah, I need new slippers. So I got myself some new slippers.
Nice.
Okay. I put my new pajamas on. I go in Alexis's room with my slippers and she goes, "Mom, It's the ruby slivers. Oh my God. You're Dorothy.
There you go. Had to really impress your children.
Yeah, but like the dots, right? It just like so happened, right? The Oz pajamas, the ruby red slippers, you know, like it was my daughter pieced it all together. I didn't. But it was like, I was like, I love life. It's so funny. It's
well,
so
and you know, I think it speaks to the card in that you were just listening to spirit. Oh yeah, it was the slippers and you put it all together, and she got her own meaning, but that came because you listened. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you're mastering the motherhood.
Lord, I don't know if that's a mastered thing. But I take it.
You know, just take the win, because you're going to have a lot of years where it's not going to feel like a win. So just take it.
Look, I've
so
had that.
Right now we're going to master a commercial break, and we want you to come right back here where we're going to talk about mercy. Have mercy. So don't go away. Stay right here and come right back to New Thought Media Network.
Please help us say thank you to all of our organizational sponsors, including the Hefferland Foundation, Affiliated New Thought Network, International New Thought Alliance, Science of Mind Archives and Library Foundation, Center for Spiritual Living Denver, Center for Spiritual Living Midtown, New Thought Philadelphia, Center for Spiritual Living United Life, Sunshine Cathedral, Planned Happiness Institute, Summit Center for Spiritual Living, One Heart Retreats, Universal Joy Center, Unity Kitchener, Unity Spiritual Center Ottawa, Home Center for Spiritual Living, Satya Center, Begin Within Ministries, Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey, Unity of Savannah, and the Center for Spiritual Living Seattle, as well as all of our individual donors. On behalf of New Thought Media Network, thank you, and please like, share, and subscribe. New Thought Media Network, come be you.
The Heal Your Life Workshop Facilitator and Life Coach Certification Training, approved personally by Louise Hay, is coming to San Diego, facilitated by expert trainers Christy Dixon and Anna Milkick. This 3.5-month training includes multiple sessions on Zoom and 9 days in beautiful San Diego. It will change your life and enable you to help others transform their lives.
Welcome to Girls Behaving Metaphysically. Your hosts are two girls who believe that life is awesome, that laughter heals, and that it's possible to find deep spiritual insights in everyday experience.
Here come the girls. It's more than practical. Here come the girls. Way more than merely factual. If you want to know the secrets of a life, it's free. Listen to Girls Behaving Metaphysically. Listen to Girls Behaving Metaphysically.
Hello. We are back. We are Girls Behaving Metaphysically. I am Robyn Rice Olmsted.
And I'm Dr. Natasha Wilson, who is crying right now, but I'll be okay.
Wow, we just took a commercial break. What happened?
Oh, gosh.
See, But there's a point, and it can happen in just the blink of an eye. So what happened?
I was just listening to the Marvin Gaye song, and I was just, we just had our conversation about like the week we had, and right now I'm just wanting to be in this small warm place, just with myself and quiet, and I want to be held, and that's all I want, like in the whole wide world right now. I don't want to perform. And then I was just listening to the song, and I was just like, just have mercy with yourself, Natasha. Just have mercy with yourself, It's just have mercy with yourself. Practice it.
So let's talk about it, because like if you had asked me to explain mercy before, I couldn't have really explained it. I had to look it up and see what it had to say about it. And I mean, I don't know how many people really know what it means. I mean, like when I think of mercy, like, there's Mercy, Mercy Me, Marvin Gaye singing, or the other old song of have mercy, baby, have mercy on me.
I don't know that one.
Well, you would if somebody else was singing that. But yeah, so like mercy is basically the concept that generally refers to compassion, forgiveness, and kindness shown towards others, and particularly those that may be in a vulnerable or suffering position, I guess, right? And it often involves like an act of kindness or a desire to relieve someone from their pain or their hardship. That's basically the concept. I mean, there's different contexts, but that's the main one. There's religious context and legal context and philosophical context and all of that stuff. But that's the one we're talking about, basically.
Yeah.
Although we might bleed over into religion, we don't know.
I don't know, but yeah, I definitely am talking about it the way Marvin talked about it, right? Like Marvin wasn't singing about, asking an angry God not to punish humanity. In that song, he is grieving what humanity has done to the planet and what we've done to ourselves. And he's crying mercy, which is born from compassion. Can we please wake up? Can we please take care of each other? Right? And the story from Queensland that I didn't even know about is, to me, like a sort of collective expression of, yeah, we can take care of one another, right? We can do that.
And I would also say, and we do.
And we do. We
do, just because the outpicturing of what we're seeing right now doesn't always feel like it, because that's not what we're seeing or what we're feeling, or that's not the, race conscious energetic that's happening in the world. But it's happening.
It is happening. I think that's the thing. I just think, that how it is, like the squeakiest wheel gets attention or something like that. Like, the thing is, I get a midweek and end of the week hope infusion from ChatGPT of like all the good news that's happening around the planet. And I cannot, every single time I get that and I see what is actually going on in the world that does not make the news, right? Because it's sitting in a scientific journal, or because it doesn't elicit fear, it doesn't, whatever, it just doesn't get attention. And there is so much that is going on. There are species that had been declared both endangered and extinct that have rebounded due to care, humans making the choice to care. And there's something, again, if we think about that story of these people caring enough, right, to just go into that goodness that is at our core and come together to lift this thing, this vehicle. That this is going all over the world. All over the world.
Yeah, the amount of things we don't hear about is amazing. You know?
So much of it are things that would make our hearts smile. But as a species, yeah, like we've developed a media ecosystem that kind of thrives on making us afraid and frightened and anxious. And yet whole mangrove forests are regenerating, which is going to help like with erosion. Species are coming back from extinction. More houses in the US are powered by solar power like than ever before. So more people are putting electricity back into the grid when we don't even know about that. You know what I mean? Because nobody's writing a story. And like there are whole communities, whole neighborhoods that have come together to help everybody get solar power, right? So if there's just so many wonderful things happening.
There are. And so I'm curious because as you say that, I'm like, well, yeah, but not nobody's writing a story. I mean, you read the story. So people are writing the story and people are talking about it and people are telling it. And there is something that you spoke to earlier about, you know, and our brain is locked into seeing what we can't see, you know, like knowing that, you know, and being drawn to the, for lack of a better word, just the things that are bad and, you know, not positive or, you know, I mean, you know, it's like when there's a car chase or something, a police chase, and people like sit in front of the TV and stare at it, you know, to watch how it's going to happen. It's like we're drawn to those things, you know, and so is it, I mean, like how do we switch our brain to listen and hear the good, to find the good, to read the good? Because it's out there. It's out there. I mean, there are stories. It's just that they're not the ones that people lead with. You know, they want to lead with, ooh, where are Taylor and Travis getting married? And there's just how many people have landed in New York that might be going to the wedding. And, you know, like these things that people are intrigued by, those kind of things, you know? So like, I'm just wondering, how do we, it's really just a recalibrating, a reprogramming of our brains on some level.
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
That's okay.
My phone
to see the good, to want to read the good, to, you know, because like I said, on our show, which we've been doing for over 3 years now, we've done good news stories every week. And, you know, there are so many, it's hard to choose sometimes, you know, and I mean, and they range from all different things, right? Whether it's about a puppy or whether it's about saving the rainforest or any of those things, or bringing back, you know, species that haven't been seen for years. And I mean, there is so much good, like it literally, I feel like good. I'm like, oh my God, the universe has become more conscious somehow in spite of everything that we're seeing.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like it's not even in spite. Sometimes I feel like it's because, you know, like, I think it's because.
Yeah, because it's great. I mean, it would be nice to make sense of some of the things that happen in the world.
Mm.
you know? I mean, so, yeah, so I mean, like, when I think, so thinking about mercy, because as I said to you earlier, I haven't, because that word is just not a word that's lodged in my head like that. But thinking about that and thinking about it in terms of, kindness and compassion and understanding kind of things, how do we cultivate more of that in our lives? How do we cultivate experiencing that, daily in our lives?
Mm. Mm.
Because I think that's where the shift's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. I think it's where the shift, I think it is happening. You know how I was saying when we had Dr. Ray on last week, like if we think about some of these things, like psychological phenomena, if we think about it, not just on an individual level, but if we also look at it and think about, there's no separation between this individuated life and the collective consciousness, right? It is shifting. And when I say what we're seeing is called an extinction burst and certain psychological concepts when we're talking about individuals, right? I think that is what we're seeing. I think we are seeing an extinction burst. And extinction bursts are always big and performative and out there because it's like what was that saying, when it's like the jig is up, like everybody can see now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so everything that we're seeing in our world politically and socially in government, it's so out there that nobody can, I guess you can still bury your head, but it's like we're getting this big reflection of do we want more of this? Or are we willing to consciously do the inner work of being a beneficial presence on the planet? And it's a choice we're sitting with. And I think so many of us are making the latter choice. And for a lot of people, that mess that we see had to happen. Everything's connected. That's one of our fundamental principles in New Thought. There is nothing that is not like source. There's nothing so even that mess is here to serve the evolution of human consciousness.
Right.
Yeah. And for me, I'm really grateful to move through the world with a practice of mercy. And by mercy, I, really and truly, what I mean is what is it like to really extend compassion when there's a part of me that wants to be judgmental? Because that exists in me, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what more can I do, or how can I live in a way that recognizes consistently that we are one species as humans, right? We talk about race, we talk about gender, we talk about class, we talk about all this stuff. And we are literally one species. We're one race. We're a human race that doesn't know we're one. We're like an autoimmune condition right now, though, right? It's because we don't know we're one, we're attacking ourselves, right? Because we're all in this together. We all sink or swim together.
Yeah.
And Michael put on the screen, I just want to say that the goodnewsnetwork.org, that's one of my sources, my go-to sources. He had it running across the bottom, and my daughter's knocking on the door because I told you why she's home today, because she was very expressive. Yes, Macy.
Yes, this show is live, folks.
That's
so
okay.
you have a whole family view.
No, Macy, just keep it. Give it to him. We're going to see him again soon. Go rest. Oh, your iPad is on the charge in Alexis's room.
God bless the iPad. All right. Well, yeah, I mean, I think, it really, I think it's so key also to be aware, just to really be aware what we're delineating and saying and speaking, into like old paradigms, because there is a lot of good happening right now, even though it looks like a shit show. It's,
Amen.
There is a lot happening out there. And I think that's would be part of the mercy for me, is bringing that forward. And not in an airy-fairy way, like, oh yeah, it's all good though. It's all good. It's not that it's all good. It's not going to all feel good. And there's a lot of things that can also make me feel like, wow, that's amazing, because that hasn't happened in 20 years, or there's a consciousness that's, I want to say there's a consciousness that's being birthed, a new consciousness, And so I think what's important, I think in the mercy conversation right now, as we head towards the end of our show, is to just talk about, what can we do in our daily life? Like, what are some ways we can practice? And I think it's as simple as, like, there's a lot of ways, obviously, but I think for me, being really in tune with my speak, my languaging of things, because I'm thinking about, like, all the times that I go, oh, I'm so sorry, or things like that, and I'm like, oh, I don't need to be sorry, like that word is just such a habit, that we go, oh, I'm sorry, and like really like letting go of things like that, and instead coming from a place of, for me, feeling like, is this something I need to apologize for? Or is it, is there another way? Is there something else that I can say, or somewhere else that I can come from? And just, I think, choosing forgiveness, like, of myself and of others, and really being aware when conflict arises, like, can I forgive instead of holding on to or holding a grudge? Like, I was in this conversation a couple of weeks ago where I was really trying to be centered, and it was a meeting of people from church, practitioners, and I'm the minister's wife, so I try to be on my best behavior as much as I can, and at least be, I can only be me, but so I try not to have conflict, right? But the situation was aching for conflict, and the person was, speaking about something that really took everybody off their thing, and then she wanted to go on to another subject, and I had to speak up, and I said, excuse me, I'm really not comfortable with that, because I don't want to walk out of this room and be like, I can't believe that she and they and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I don't want to hold on to that. But I was clear, I was clear what I would do, because I would have had to process. And it's not even that I do it in I don't know, maybe I'm fooling myself, but I don't think it's a bad way, as much as I'm trying to get it out and process what happened. And I was like, why do I need to process? It needs to happen here, so where can we speak up? I say that to say, where can we speak up and stay with what's true for us, instead of letting that moment go by, or, saying to somebody, can I talk to you later? Can we have a conversation, or whatever it is, like, instead of holding on to those grudges or those moments or whatever's happening,
Yeah. Well, just yes, yes, and yes, and yes, and yes, and yes to everything you just put out as a question and as an example. And just quick technical, my friend who we did our middle age rebellion, and right,
Right.
her face looks amazing, and she also is finding she can't suck through a straw. She was trying to she's watching us on YouTube and wanted to make a comment, but she can't, it's not letting her make a comment. So we might need to look into that. And I didn't have time to like reply to her, but it would be great. I might even have her on the show at some point because, oh my God.
So she didn't comment to you. She just told you that?
Yeah, she sent me a text message. She said, I'm watching y'all on YouTube, but I can't comment. I can't like make a comment.
Okay.
So I don't know. We might have to figure what that's about.
You can comment on Natasha's phone. She'll read it to us. Okay.
We'll see if she sends me a message. I'll read it. But yeah, so she loved that I shared our rebellion story and the consequences of our, which my lips look the same. They just don't function now. So whatever.
Okay.
Anyway.
Back to
mercy. So first practice.
Have mercy on your lips.
I am.
All right. So just I was just asking. So what would you say are some is another way we can take it out into the world?
That's what I'm getting ready to say.
Okay, say it, sister. Say it.
I'm saying it, sister. So one of the ways that I think I'm going to take it out into the world. One is I'm going to make room for imperfection. I already feel like I do that. I feel like I'm giving it to myself as a homework assignment, right? For the week is to make room for imperfection. And then the other thing is something you said. So I'm going to ask myself, what would it look like for me to choose repair in relationships, right? Like not to carry the weight of grudge or unforgiveness. I'm just going to ask, what is repair a possibility in this situation? Can there be repair? So what do I need to do to practice that? And right, like ask for repair and what that can look like for those involved. Yeah, Macy. Yes, Macy. No, you cannot have a cookie.
I think for everybody out there, I would just say that it's funny. I was just going to talk about compassionate acts as I'm thinking about you yelling that she can't have a cookie.
Okay, let her come in and say hi to y'all. Do y'all want to see my baby?
Sure. Bring Macy in.
She's going to keep coming to the door anyway. Macy,
only for another minute because we're almost done.
Are you dressed? Come.
So there's a lot of ways we can take this out into the world, just saying that, whether it's through compassionate acts, and that may just be a smile at somebody oh, look who's here.
Sit with mama.
Hi, Macy.
Hi.
Look.
Hi, Macy.
Hi.
Your mom talks about you all the time. Yeah.
All the time.
All right. So there you have it. There's a compassionate act right there. Big love in action.
This child has the biggest heart I know.
Macy, what do you think is the best way to show love to somebody?
Saying that I love them.
That's a good way.
What about?
That's a good way. Can you think of any way, Macy? Can you think of any way that you do it when you don't say it?
How you show love?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I'll bet you show love sometimes. I bet. Do you sometimes clean your room before mom asks? That would be a way to show her love, right? Because she'd be like, "Oh my gosh, Macy loves me so much. She cleaned her room."
Guess who did do that though yesterday? Alexis. And then she's like, Mom, I can't wait to show you. I clean my room. So my other daughter did do it.
There you go.
My 8-year-old is getting there.
So those are some of the ways that we show compassion or, understanding or patience, by not getting upset with somebody, or all of those are forms of mercy. So maybe giving people a second chance, things like that.
Yeah, the little boy that made you angry? You think you might give him a second chance?
He's older than me.
So you don't have to give him a second chance?
He's 11.
Yeah, but can you
But you know what? Sometimes people that are older than you are going to make mistakes too.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
Even mom might make a mistake sometime.
That's right.
It just happens.
Right? And you made a mistake. Cookie. Macy, no cookies. Stop.
Okay. No,
right,
it is not in Australia. It is not cookie time, but it is time to go. So you all have a good morning and have a great week. And have mercy on each other. You want to give everybody a big goodbye kiss?
Give the world a big goodbye kiss, Macy. Give the world a bye, world.
Bye, world. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Oh. Be careful, Macy. Go. Go.
Come expand your spiritual journey. Join us for Just the Talk. Sundays, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Experience Unity Kitchener and Ottawa. Center for Spiritual Living Midtown. Center for Spiritual Living Denver. Unity of Garden Park. New Thought, Philadelphia. The Sunshine Cathedral. Unity of Savannah. And the Om Center for Spiritual Living. Come unleash your spiritual potential with New Thought Media Network.